this is gonna be an ASMR video. Kidding. What's up, you guys? Welcome back to another vlog. I'm Kat if you're new here, and we are gonna do, hello straw. Ugh. Hello. Why am I saying hello so loudly? Anyway, we're gonna do a little bestie Q&A chat. I love the Q&A vibe. I hope it's fun for you guys, like, to get to know me, get my advice, because you don't hear it enough on my podcast, I guess. So let's get into it. I'm gonna be drinking a Bloom crisp apple. It's giving fall. Everybody that knows me knows that fall is literally, I'm like, hallelujah. Fall is literally my favorite season. Like, I swear I'm just like a witch in a past life. Not, I mean, I know I was, so it's all good. Fucking love fall. So I'm excited for the apple, the pumpkin, anything of that nature. But let's get into the Q&A. Okay, number one. Let's start, we're gonna start with like lifestyle, more grounding advice. I kind of segmented it out for us. Number one, how do you balance productivity with having fun? Okay, in order for me to be productive, and like this is probably person to person, but I have to schedule everything into my Google Calendar, okay? I do this typically like not the day of. I have to wake up and I need to like look the night before what my calendar looks like in order to wake up and be successful that next day. So I usually plan my GCal for the week on Mondays. Obviously things come up and you have to change your calendar around. It is what it is. But in order for me to be productive, I plan out everything. I even put breakfast, I put lunch, I put if I go for a 15-minute walk, not only to be productive, but you should know where you're allocating your time. That way, like when you're looking back at your calendar, you can be like, okay, like, how was I productive? What did I do this day? And you know exactly what you're wasting time on or not. So it's a really, really great hack. And to balance productivity with fun, again, schedule your fun into your calendar so you know exactly what you have to do, like what work you have to get done, your workouts, XYZ. And then also make sure you put in social activities and build them into your calendar. That's how I would do it. So also when I'm journaling in the morning, I have a certain prompt and it's like, how did you connect today? What was a restful activity you did today? So connecting every day can't be, I saw my best friend, we had dinner, we went to lunch, but it can look like I picked up the phone, I called my best friend while I was on my walk. I'm also a huge habit stacker, obviously. That is how I balance the two. I make sure to schedule them both in. Next, what's one thing to splurge on versus save on? Personally, I love to splurge on health and wellness things. Don't get me wrong, I'm a fashion girly. I love to shop, but I will restrict myself when it comes to the shopping, especially Zara. That is where it's gonna get you. Don't spend $60 here, $60 there. Like, it's so not worth it, and that is what adds up on your credit card bill at the end of the day. Obviously, if you're making a bigger purchase, it's gonna be expensive on your bill that month, but you're not spending thousands of dollars each month on a purse or shoes or this or that. So you really have to cut out the crap. Like, I love buying a new outfit for events. Recently, I go into my closet and I truly try to make an outfit I've never worn before out of items I own. Also, when you're buying neutrals, like, you're gonna be able to make so many different types of outfits. The outfit I'm wearing right now is something I've never worn before, and I've owned these shorts for like 3 years and this tank top for 2. And literally I'm wearing a white tank top and black linen shorts. So that is how I save on my clothing, for sure. Saving like in the long term, you know? And I mix and match luxury and fast fashion all the time. Like, that's honestly my MO. So, but something I do love to splurge on is health and wellness. I have a personal trainer and I absolutely like love doing that. I will never stop doing that, hopefully. I just got a lymphatic drainage massage for the first time. Life-changing. I'm gonna have to try to like make myself not go once a week. Acupuncture is life-changing for me. It really is dependent on what you need. I started doing acupuncture to really get a hold of my nervous system. It's something I've been struggling with ever since my mom passed away, and I just like wanted to get it under control. And if that means spending a couple hundred extra bucks a week on that to get myself to like a calm, normal state, I'm gonna do it. And I'm not gonna go buy a matcha every single day or eat lunch out every single day. So I'm gonna be splurging on wellness activities that actually, if you're gonna listen to our episode of Pink Print coming out this Friday, it's about how these things you're not splurging on, you're actually investing in. How is this gonna give me a return? So things that you spend money on should really be an investment that you get a return from, AKA working out, AKA acupuncture, massages, etc. How do you stay consistent? I love this question. A lot of my friends ask me this question, honestly. To stay consistent, you have to throw motivation out the fucking window. Like, say goodbye. I'm not motivated. Nothing motivates me. You need to have discipline, and also you need to make sure that your schedule is something that is feasible for every single day. I'm not lifting heavy weights 7 days a week. I lift heavy weights 2 to 3 times a week, okay? And the other days, walking, rucking. Sometimes I do a 25-minute form sculpt on my balcony. It's not something so crazy every day. Also, one of my favorite ways to get in movement is through an activity or a hobby. And for me, that's tennis. I love to play tennis, so I build that into my week. And it's like something that I look forward to all of my workouts, genuinely, I can say that. But tennis is something that like I wake up and it's like, oh fuck yeah, I get to be like competitive today. I know if I'm doing better or not that day. For some people it's probably running, going to a run club. I just fucking hate running, so that's not gonna be it for me. And the other thing to stay consistent is having a really nice wind down and morning routine. So certain days of the week, I'll make sure I do like a face mask in my shower. After my shower, I'll put like oil on my body and like do lymphatic drainage with this wooden tool I have. And so I guess like I'm trying to say incorporating time to like really wind down and take care of yourself so that you're excited the next day to like get back after it. Okay, wellness and mindset. What's a wellness habit that changed your energy? Okay, I'll do one that has to do with spending money on and a free one. Number one, acupuncture. That has absolutely changed my life, my energy. I really do think it's life-changing. So anytime I have a problem in my body or nervous system, my acupuncturist, she's an angel, Dr. Holly Noble. If anybody lives in Miami and needs her phone number, hit me up. I literally hate that I just said that because I want to gatekeep her, but she's life-changing. Acupuncture. I leave there. Also, a lot of people like have gotten over addictions from acupuncture. I don't want to say like that addicts can get over addiction through it, but it's a proven fact that, like, for example, nicotine users, once your like nervous system is in such a calm place, like you don't crave these external things to bring you back to normal. So that's number one. A free one is absolutely positively going for a walk. Something recently that has changed my life is going for an evening walk. I like sometimes get so lazy at night. I always work out in the morning because of this. I get really lazy at night and I don't want to do anything. I just want to like cook dinner, get in bed early, blah, blah, blah. But even yesterday I went from a walk from 6 to 7 and it's just been changing my sleep, changing my energy, no matter what kind of day I had. Like if you had a good day, a walk is super fun. You can play upbeat music, like dance while you're walking, have fun. You can call a friend and connect. You can listen to a podcast. You can play sad music if you're having a bad day. And it seriously changes everything. I prefer a walk outdoors. The sunlight is also just so good for your brain, your body, everything. But sometimes if it's pouring rain, like it has been in the summer in Miami often, I go on a treadmill and I do it the same thing. Actually, I've been rucking, so I wear my weighted vest, but yeah. Okay, next. How to bounce back from a slump. I love this question because literally I was in a slump the entire week last week. I was crying every single day, like genuinely every single day. I didn't want to talk to anybody. I didn't want to do anything. And I really do feel I'm out of it this week. And number one, this is such a great lesson that I've learned just now. Number one, don't like make yourself try to feel better the next day, okay? Like that's not always gonna work. For me, it took an entire week and I love that I can recognize that now. Like don't try to change your mood. Like last week, every morning I was like, this is gonna be a good day. It's gonna be a good day. And listen, I still show up and I'm showing up as like a good person, like not bad energy or whatever, but you can still like have deep feelings. So it took me about a week to get out of that, and that's okay. And in that week, I was like, how can I take care of myself this week? So I saw my astrologer, I saw my therapist, I got a lymphatic drainage massage, and all those things lead usually to the answers as to why you're feeling like this, and it truly did. And journaling, I mean, writing out exactly how you're feeling, it will not only lead you to an answer of like why you're feeling that way, but also you're letting those emotions go. Like I journal every single day, but when I'm feeling that way, like just a brain dump is so good. And I brain dump usually every night. Sometimes you need a longer one. Sometimes you need to write pages and pages of why you hate the world and why you're angry, and it feels really fucking good after. So that's how I get out of a slump. And I make sure to move my body. It doesn't have to be an intense workout. Again, it can be a walk. It can be 15 minutes of Melissa Wood Health on your balcony, but trying to get outside and just being in fresh air and sunlight, if it's available to you, really can help a little bit. In those times when you're in a slump, when you're like, fuck this, fuck that, nothing's helping, it can help a little bit, okay? Okay, next is romanticizing discipline without burnout. Okay, so I kind of said that earlier, but a way I romanticize, for example, if you don't want to have like a crazy morning routine and even journaling seems a little intense for you, even though it's so good. Every morning when I journal, if my fiance is awake or out at the gym already, I get my Beats Pill speaker. I put on whatever playlist like I'm feeling that morning. Usually in the mornings I love like mellow rock, so like the Beatles, something like that, and I play that while I'm journaling, and I light a candle, and it's just genuinely such a beautiful experience. Like if you light a candle and set the vibe, you're gonna just have a good day. So I would say like do things like that while you're in your routine, in your discipline routine, which is waking up, or like I wake up early, right? But it feels good that I get to sit down, I get to have my coffee, I play my music, I light a candle. It's a vibe. I wake up excited for it. Another thing is, like I said, don't go so crazy every day. Like you're not gonna be able to lift heavy weights 7 days a week. I mean, of course, some people can, but it's not really realistic if you're asking on how to avoid burnout. Don't like have such high expectations every single day. It's never gonna work if you do that. Okay, next. What's one mindset shift that changed your confidence? Competence, yeah, confidence, okay. Something that has changed my confidence is absolutely affirmations. Every single morning, I write my affirmations down. I'll give you examples of some of the ones I use. I say, I love and approve of myself. I'm my own best friend. Money flows to me from all sources, known and unknown. I have my dream job. I'm healthy, I'm wealthy, I'm prosperous, I'm abundant, I'm relatable, I'm magnetic, I'm energetic, I'm whole, I'm calm, I'm joyful. Anything that you want to embody, you say, I am. And then the specific ones, obviously. I say work opportunities flow to me effortlessly. I love all of these affirmations, and you have to write them, but then you have to say them out loud. And if you want to take it a step even further, you look into a mirror, you look into your eyes, and you say these affirmations 3 times each. That is what I do every single day, and it absolutely changes your confidence. Every time I leave the house, I'm saying these things in my head. And also when you're getting ready for something, like girls oftentimes love to pick themselves apart when they're getting ready, like doing their makeup, picking an outfit. No. Would my best friend look at me and say, like, you look fat in that, or you look ugly in that, or your makeup is not makeuping today, or whatever they want to say? Every time I'm getting ready, I love and approve of myself. I'm my own best friend. Fuck yeah. You look hot as hell, girl. Like, go off. Step outside that door. Attract that magnetic energy. So that is how I build my confidence. Another really simple way to build confidence is absolutely keeping the promises that you say to yourself. So if you say, I'm getting up at 6 a.m. tomorrow to go to the gym, you better fucking do it. Because if you don't, your confidence is gonna go down the drain, because you're just gonna be not accomplishing a goal that you set for yourself. Okay, next question. How do you know who is a real friend? Real friends are going to be there for you no matter what, okay? Another quality about real friends are when you have to tell them something hard and they really understand you, they don't judge you, they show you so much love and support, especially if you preface it with like, I don't know how to say this, but X. You shouldn't be afraid to tell your best friends anything. That's definitely something I think about. So if I'm afraid to tell my friend I don't want to go to dinner, or I'm not feeling good, or she's going to judge me for XYZ, not a real friend. And anytime you need to be honest and your friend just listens to you, they're in your corner. Oh, I love this question. What's one thing you wish more women talked about? This kind of goes back to the slump, but like, I love when people talk about the messy middle. And what I mean by that is when you're trying to build and grow something, like all of the shit that goes on in between. The start is always so much fun, it's exciting, you're getting your message out there, and then the middle is like, oh my God, how am I gonna continue to build this? Am I doing the right thing? Maybe I shouldn't have taken this path. All of these things like imposter syndrome are gonna cross your mind, and then of course the end result is gonna be beautiful and amazing, and that's what most people are talking about, like how they built their $1 million empire. But nobody's talking about the middle enough, and I think it's so underrated. Like, do you know how many people, my friends, like I talk to every single day, who are like, I'm just confused, like I'm confused with my career, I'm confused with my life, which is, by the way, also me. Like, not right now, I'm very clear now, but there were months and months and months of confusion and crying, and I don't know what I'm supposed to be doing, and am I doing this right? Should I have taken this path? Should I have taken that path? All I know is that nothing that's meant for you will pass you by. Like, I wholeheartedly always believe that. And even when you're telling yourself that, when you're in the middle, it's okay to still be upset. But I wish more people talked about that, because I think building something, anything, it can be building a body, a career, a new habit, a new routine, breaking a habit. The middle is always gonna get a little bit messy, and not enough people talk about that, I think. Alrighty. One daily habit that changed my life. I think we can just stay with journaling for this Q&A. I've talked about it enough today, but truly, like, a brain dump at the end of the day and gratitude in the morning is so great, and affirmations in the morning, always to start your day. Oh, and one more thing, don't check your fucking phone in the morning, and put it away at a reasonable hour before bed. Like, it is so unnecessary to be on your phone late at night. Pick up a book and read. Whenever I want to scroll, I pick up a book and I read. If I'm at home, if I'm like at the dentist office and I don't have my book, maybe I will scroll. But if you're at your house, like, please just do yourself the favor. Like, you don't need to be looking at your phone anymore. If somebody needs to get a hold of you, they'll figure it out, you know, but they don't. That is the conclusion to our Q&A. If you guys try any of these tips, please DM me. I hope this was helpful, and I love these bestie Q&A chats. If you have any other questions, drop them below in the comments and I'll make another Q&A video. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you liked this video, please like and subscribe, and we'll see you guys next week. Bye.